I'm Jem from Stitchcraft Create, and I've just bought my first sewing machine. I took a look at the sewing buyer's guide on Stitchcraft Create, and I chose the Janome 525S because it was the best all-rounder machine. But now that I've opened it, I'm a little bit daunted by what was inside the box, so I've asked Amy to explain a few of the accessories to me. So let's start with the feet.
Yeah, so you get 6 feet with this machine, which is great. So it comes fitted with a standard presser foot, and then you get these other 5 feet with it. Now, here you've got an over-edge foot and a blind hemming foot, which, to be honest, are quite advanced techniques, and as you're a beginner sewer, I don't think you'll need to go near those feet for the time being. But then you get this buttonhole foot, which the good thing about that is that it's see-through, so that you can see where you're stitching, which is really helpful. This funny looking contraption is an automatic buttonhole foot, and this part of it is adjustable, so you can move it up and down depending on the size of buttonhole you want to sew. And then this is a zipper foot, which you can see is cut away, so it allows you to sew really, really close to the edge of the zip when you're sewing invisible zips and things like that in garments. So a great selection.
So you get 5 extra needles with it. Are they all the same size, or do you know?
No, you get a variety of different sizes with it, and they all handle different fabrics in different ways. So you'll get thicker needles that go through more hard-wearing fabrics, and you'll get thinner needles that go through sort of lighter fabrics. And actually in your instruction book there's a really helpful guide as to which needle you need to fit with which fabric.
And what's this?
Well, this is a spool holder. And so what that is when you're threading up your machine and you're putting your spool of thread on here, when the machine starts turning and this starts spinning round and round, it can fly off the end. So what you do is you just fit a handy spool holder which fits nice and snug and stops it flying off.
Great, and you get 2 sizes of that?
Yes, you've got a larger one and a smaller one, just basically depending on the size of thread that you're using. But actually, while we're on the subject of spools, you also get this handy little additional spool holder. And what that is when one of the things when you're sewing that can be really annoying is that when your bobbin thread runs out, you have to actually unthread the machine in order to wind a new bobbin. So what this does is it allows you to wind the bobbin, and you put this little piece of felt on here. I'm not sure how vital that is. But you then you can wind a bobbin here from this spool of thread without having to unthread the machine from this spool of thread.
Oh, that's great.
It's quite clever.
So you get 3 bobbins with it.
Yeah.
And what are the other accessories?
So the other things are, here you've got a stitch picker or a seam ripper, and this will become your little best friend now you're starting to sew. So that will let you unpick any stitching that's gone wrong. And it's also really useful for opening up buttonholes once you've sewn them.
Great, definitely be using that a lot.
And the other thing you get there is a little brush which just helps you clean out any bits of fluff or stray threads that get caught in the machine workings. You've got a screwdriver to open up the machine if you need to get at the workings. And then this little gadget is really exciting because this is a quilting guide, and I'm going to show you how this works. So you fit this in here at the back of the machine, and when you're sewing a quilt and you want to quilt parallel lines on the quilt, you line up your last line of stitches with the quilting guide, and when you sew your next line of stitches, you'll always sew exactly parallel lines all the way down the quilt.
Oh, brilliant. So you get a lot of accessories with it, but where am I going to keep them all?
Well, under here you get a handy little drawer which has got just enough room to keep all your accessories in. And actually, this whole piece comes off the machine. This is called the extension table, which leaves you with a free arm. So when you need to sew sleeves on garments, or if you're doing bag making and you need a smaller sewing area, you can take that off and you can get into those tight corners when you're sewing really easily. So it's really exciting. You've got a lot to get to grips with, but you're going to be making your own clothes, you're going to be bag making, you're going to be sewing cushions and quilts.
Brilliant, I can't wait to get started.